Hey, it's Niamh with the Stay-at-Home Family, and I'm going to give you a quick lesson today in how the internet works so that you can increase your results, create more success for yourself and get what you're looking for online. So it's all kind of an understanding how the internet behaves, and I talk about the internet as though it's a person, but it's really kind of the conglomeration of a lot of people making a lot of different decisions, and big websites, and websites making decisions as to what they're rewarding. But basically, we can boil this down to one economic concept, which is increasing returns. Basically, this kind of boils down to meaning the more you get, the more you get. So say you have a website and you get a few people visiting it, and then it shows up, a little bit higher in the Google rankings, and because it's higher in the Google rankings, more people see it. And then Google sees that more people are actually visiting it, and they put you higher in the rankings and send more people there, and then more people go and more people go. So basically, the more clicks you get, the more Google shows you, and the more clicks you get. Similarly on Facebook, say you have a Facebook status update, and then you have, oh my gosh, I can't do that like thing at all. So you have someone liking your Facebook status update. So because someone has liked it, they show it to more people and your friends. This is called Facebook EdgeRank. Basically, websites are trying to show people what they want to see. So when someone clicks on something, likes something, interacts with something, they go, people like this content, let's share it more. So if you get likes on your content, more people will see it, which will probably give you more likes, which makes more people see it. So the more likes you get, the more likes you get. The more views you get, the more views you get. The more money you make, the more money you make. Why is that? Well, because as you make money, what happens is you share that story. People see that you've made money and they go, oh, your thing actually works, and they want to buy it then, so you end up making more money. So the internet totally works on increasing returns, and if that was confusing for you, think about how videos go viral. Okay, so there's a video on YouTube and no one watches it, and maybe a couple of people watch it, but it's not very interesting, so they don't share it, and then no one watches it, so it just kind of blips. The ones that go viral, what happens is they get shared. So someone watches it, and then they share it, and then 3 of their friends share it, and then 2 each of their friends share it, and then pretty soon the sharing just gets added and added and added. So basically it works like an exponential graph, and this is how everything on the internet works, increasing returns. This is why people who make money make more money. People who have influence get more influence. This is why the hardest part of internet marketing is earning your first dollar, is getting your first money. Once you get the ball rolling, it all becomes a lot easier. So what kind of makes this stuff happen? Whoa, okay. Well, there's one core concept, which is how you can direct people on the internet, either to buy the things that you want them to buy, to click on the links you want them to click on, to share the videos you want them to share, and that is your level of influence. Now, how do you get influence? Because honestly, we all start with 0 influence online. Well, there's a couple things that feed influence. One is story. And this works much the same as how influence works in life. So say you have a friend who starts to, be able to get a really good result in life. So say they were single, and then they went and met someone via a dating service, and they got married. Well, that story makes you go, ooh, if I'm single and I want to find someone, well, I know that it worked for them. So then their influence on what you do goes up, because you go, okay, this worked for them, I'll go to the same place as them. And you go to them and ask them, hey, how did you meet your new wife? And so they influence your decision by saying what their opinion is, right? So that's one way to get influence, is via story. This works really well online. If you've made money, it's easy to say, hey, I've made money, and people go, really? How? And you say, well, I used this thing over here, and they go and buy it, right? The other thing that feeds your influence is skills. Skill/value/knowledge. So when you can share something, when you know something someone else doesn't know, what happens? You share that knowledge, they go, oh, that's interesting. Your ability then to influence what they decide to do next goes up. So influence goes up pretty much based on stories that you share and also knowledge that you share. So when you want to increase your influence, when you want to make that first dollar, what's the best thing you can do? Well, you don't have a story yet. You add your skills, value, and knowledge, and you share it. And you share it in your own wording. I mean, it's super simple. I did another video on this the other day, all about being yourself. So basically, you learn something, and you share it or teach it. That increases your influence because you're sharing value, and people go, oh, I think I'll follow what they say. Then they click on their links. They choose to buy what it is that you're offering. And then that creates a story for you that then feeds into your influence, and your influence goes up, and you get the increasing returns of the internet, which is like the holy grail. But Kate, it works for everyone. This is how the internet works. So as your influence level goes up, more people are clicking on your stuff, which means the internet shows it more, be it on Facebook, YouTube, Google, whatever. They all operate under the same principle, which is give the people what they want. Which means that the more likes you get, the more shares you get, the more clicks you get, the more of those variables you'll get in the future. So this is really, it's really exciting. Now, one other way you can do this is to just add friends. So at the start, I would highly recommend adding friends because, your friends influence your decisions, right? So as you're getting to know other people, if they say, hey, have a look at this thing over here, if it's a genuine friendship, a genuine connection, they will actually, that influence isn't as strong as story or knowledge, but it's a great one. So when I started out online, I worked on two things. I added to my knowledge and I made connections. These fed into my influence, which meant I made a few sales, which meant I had a story, which fed back into the influence, and the influence went up, and then someone else shared my story and highlighted my story, and that added more to it big time. The influence level went up, and all of a sudden, I could tell people where to go. All of a sudden, I could say, hey, people, buy the knowledge that I got, because that's what I did at the start. I went out and bought training that added to my area of influence. That's how it all started for me. Got training, made connections, and voila, influence. So that is the increasing returns of the internet. If you need to, watch this video again, because once this sinks in, it's like opening up to a whole new world. So I'm really excited for you. I can't wait to see what you do with this information. And if you want to know what I used to get started, where I started adding my knowledge, because I got it all in one place. And that's also the system that's created all the income that we've been able to create online. So click on the link below. You'll get to see one of my favorite traffic strategies. You get to see where I've learned, everything I've learned, and how I created massive influence to go ahead and live the life of our dreams. So I love you. Click on the link below, and I'll see you on the next page. Bye.